Hey guys, welcome to my first video on this channel. First, I'm going to introduce myself quickly just so you know where all the data I'm going to be showing you is coming from, and then we're going to talk about whether you should be starting your channel in your native language or in English. I'm going to base this discussion around money because it's one of the most important subjects for some of you. Of course, there are many other factors that I can discuss maybe in another video, but I'm just going to focus on money this time. I don't like making my videos too long. I have a channel with 81.5 thousand subscribers. This channel is in Spanish, so I felt a little bit weird about sharing how much money I make with my usual audience. But in this case, you guys come from a completely different place, so I don't care about that. So I'm gonna be taking the data from that channel and showing it to you guys, so we can compare numbers and stuff like that. So anyway, let's get right into it. Okay guys, so as you can see, most of my viewers come from Spanish-speaking countries, Mexico, Peru, Argentina, Chile, but there's also a big chunk from the States. So we're going to be using the States as a proxy of English-speaking viewers, and then we're going to use all these Latin American countries as a proxy for Spanish-speaking viewers. As you can tell, most of them come from Mexico, more than half. And now we're going to be adding the revenue metrics that YouTube provides to us. And you're going to see the difference between ads from the States and ads from Latin American countries, so Spanish. So as I said, this video is focused on Spanish versus English. But you can probably get an idea of how it will work with other languages such as Portuguese. And I'm going to try to explain the results that we get from this experiment. So, we're gonna, as you can see, I have a lot of viewers from other Latin American countries such as Colombia, Ecuador, some from Spain. This is a different one, this is Europe. So we're gonna try to find a difference between the rest of Latin American / Central American countries and Spain, which is a European country. But then I also have some from Canada, Italy, the United Kingdom, Germany, just a few. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see if the changes are significant. We're only looking at June, but I'm sure I can expand it later. I chose June because it's a whole month. But anyway, let's get right into it. So first we're gonna start. What should we start with? We should start with CPM. Okay. Just so the definition of CPM, I'm gonna put it here: effective cost per mile. This doesn't include what YouTube takes. So this is effective cost per mile, or the estimated average gross revenue per 1,000 served ad impressions. So for every 1,000 ads that viewers see, this is how much I will make before YouTube takes its cut. So because of the very few viewers I get from countries like Germany or Australia, which in this case there are zero, I don't know why, we're not gonna be looking into that because the data is probably skewed. But for example, in Canada, for some reason, I get a very high CPM. But as you can see, the States, which I have a nice chunk of viewers, like 30,000 views, the CPM is very high. It's almost 5.60. So just to find the Latin American countries, we have to go down a bit, and they still don't show up. So for example, Mexico is $1 for CPM versus the States, which was almost 6. And then we can see countries in between, like the States, like the United Kingdom, it's 3.75. Puerto Rico is 2.74. Spain, which is Europe, 2.37. So you can already start to see the difference between the English-speaking countries, and then, or first world countries, I should say, and then the Latin American countries, which I don't even know where they are. Okay, Chile, 83 cents, Argentina 58 cents, Peru 88 cents, Colombia 88 cents. So you already get the idea of where this video is going, right? You're probably gonna see that. You probably already know the answer, but I'm gonna show you all the numbers anyway. So let's add ad impressions. So this is basically how many ads showed up. Now obviously the more views, the more ads show. But as you can see also here, there's a difference. Like the States, I have less views from the States than from Argentina and Peru, and less than Chile, but there's almost as many impressions as Chile and more than Argentina and Peru. You might be asking yourself why. That's probably because of it's just a matter of economics. It's supply and demand. There's more advertisers in the States, and there's a bigger market in the States too, right? So if you're a company like if you're an international company like Coca-Cola or something, you would rather a person from the States see your ad than a person from, I don't know, Argentina, just to give you an example. Why? Because it's more likely that the person of the States will buy your product. because they obviously have more purchasing power. So I think it's simple economics, just a matter of supply and demand and who your audience is. So moving on from ad impressions, I guess we can continue with playback CPM. So just to explain this one quickly, I'm gonna put it on the screen. Effective cost per mile, or the estimated average gross revenue per 1,000 playbacks on which an ad was shown. So this is a view and where an ad was shown. So it doesn't matter how many ads were shown in that single view, right? Because you can put more than one ad in the video. So this is just one view and how much that view made, basically. So in this case, you have all these countries. This is obviously going to be more than CPM because CPM is per ad rather than per view. You have all this huge playback-based CPM, but then the data is really small. So I wouldn't consider this reliable. But then if we go down to the States, 32,000 ad impressions, right? 29,000 views, $7 of playback CPM. And then again, the United Kingdom, not as many views either, but of course it's very high compared to what we're gonna see soon. Puerto Rico is up there. But then we go down to we start seeing the Central American countries, right? 2.75, 2.68. There's more views now, so that this data is a little more reliable, right? If you know statistics, you know that you need a big sample size for your results to be basically reliable and useful. But then we go down, we start seeing Latin America, right? We see Brazil 1.83, Bolivia 1.66, right? And then we have a lot more views for this ones, and the data is more accurate, more reliable. So here's Mexico 1.33. So you can see the pattern now. Obviously, the English first world countries have a higher playback-based CPM. And now I guess just to conclude this video, because I'm sure you get it by now, we're just gonna see YouTube estimated ad revenue. So this is after YouTube takes its cut. So as you can see, from Mexico we had almost 400,000 views, and I made $100 from it. And from the States, I had 30,000 views, and I made almost as much as what I made from Mexico. So you can see how big the difference is. It's insane. Like sometimes, like I regret not starting my channel in English, and I know it's kind of selfish because I've made a very impressive and I'm very happy with my community. But sometimes it just gives me the, I wish I started English sometimes. But as I told you, this video revolves around just the money side of this question. Of course, there are many other factors, like, I don't know, maybe you just speak better in your native language, or you're more, or your videos are about your culture, right? So you can make it in English. But I thought this video would give a nice idea of how things are in terms of comparing YouTube around the world. I hope this was useful for you guys. I don't know, of course there are many other languages than just English and Spanish, but I think you can get an idea. I think if you speak German, that will have a very high CPM, as well as French, for example. But then again, the audience is obviously smaller. Not as many people speak German that like they do is English or Spanish. So I think that's also an important factor to consider. But again, this is just around the money side. I think I made this video a little too long now, so I'm gonna cut it out of here. But I hope this data helps you make a decision in terms of what you would like to do with your channel. Of course, this is only ad revenue. I get a lot of my YouTube money from my streams. I stream video games as well, and I have other channels. And I also have memberships and stuff like that. But this is just ad revenue. So anyway, I'm just gonna end it here. If you would like more of these kind of videos, please subscribe and leave a like, leave a comment with your experience. That would be nice too. And I have all this data from my other channel with almost 82,000 subs that I would love to share with you guys. So anyway, thank you for watching. See you next time.